Ah, here we go. Stadler Flirt 3. Suvex. I've never driven this one before, same as the other one. Okay, well this is only a 25-minute journey. Might split these into different videos, probably will actually. So, you are to take over a Suvex service from Mainz Hauptbahnhof towards Koblenz on a foggy spring morning. Due to construction work on the route, this train will terminate at Bingen Hauptbahnhof. Well, let's give it a go. Abastron 916. Fiverr, if you prepare a large enough getaway vehicle for Shadow is crashed. 395 and all passengers. And a mode to show the signal links, which indicates positions where the speedboards are attached. Speedboards do not show their links in the mode that shows the track speed limits. Yeah, because in Train Simulator, the actual signs don't dictate the speed limits, unlike in trains. Interesting. This is Edgware Road. Change here for the Circle Line. Yes, and if you get into the District Line, then the game will crash. Shadai's interesting video about Margate by the Tim Traveller. Okay, sure. I used Stadler pencil today. Because I found one when cleaning out shelves. They make trains and pencils? Yay, haha, and sharpeners. Wow. All sorts of stationery actually. Maths, etc. Yeah, I mean, for example, Hitachi make large variety of machines as well, not just trains. Sure is, not quite, haha. The doors of the D78 stock were actually locked, so you couldn't board them. You could. I remember. Maybe I glitched through the doors or something, but I do remember boarding one of the district trains, and it crashed when the train got out of the station or something. Hitachi make hand dryers. Game crashed when you tried setting that as well. That made the game crash as well. Anyway, hello driver. You are in the driver's cab of a Suvex Flirt 3 running from Mainz Hauptbahnhof to Bingen Hauptbahnhof with an additional stop at Ingelheim. Due to construction work further up the line, the service will terminate at Bingen. Please let passengers board here before you leave. Now, I will point out something very important, which is that I only have a vague understanding of how the signals work here. Those intercity wagons are quite nice. And that is a little loud, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, those are really nice. I did ride in intercity coaches in 2019. It was a good time. But yeah, I've only got a vague understanding of how the signals work. I know that this top one is the home signal, and then the one at the bottom is the signal repeater or something like that. And you've got speed limits which take effect at signals. And I know red means top, but beyond that, basically. But yeah, I'm not too familiar with any of the specific aspects. But yeah, I do know a little bit of how the signals work, like what I just said. Also with speed signs, usually the last digits cut off, so a speed sign that says 10 means you can go 100 kilometers an hour, not 10. I thought you'd fall through the ground. I don't know, maybe I'm misremembering it, I don't know. Ich bin ein Trenndriver, das, Lokführer. Ja, und Lokführer. Generally, 2-aspect signaling with distance, diagonal parts, 2 diagonal yellows, expect red. Yeah, like that. Although, what does the white one mean in addition to that? What does the white, the lunar light mean in addition to the 2 yellows? I have no idea. Diagonal green over yellow, expect restrictive, usually 40. Diagonal green green, expect clear. Okay. I'll try to remember that, but I can make no promises. Sure it is, and you call yourself a favorite worldwide signalologist. No, you call me that every time we meet, annoyingly. The top head. Green, red are obvious. Green over yellow is the state of restriction. Okay, yeah. So, green over yellow in both cases means a speed restriction. If it's on the top one, it means it's now at that signal. If it's on the bottom one, it means it's at the next signal. Okay. 40 kilometers unless indicated above in the white. Okay, well, good. Also, we've got a lovely passenger view. With 2 parts to sit at. Lovely. Okay, so let's try and get going. Fun sound. Horn. Okay. So here we go. We've got clear, and the distance is also clear. The top head. Green, red are right. I think the white officially means at reduced distance, where it's normally... Oh, right, 1 kilometer away. Ah, that makes sense. We can go 50 miles per hour. Also, this lags surprisingly little for me. I know it's a little stuttery, but that's okay. Also, does this happen to have speed set or IFB or whatever it's called? It does. But I'm not sure that I've got it. Oh yeah, you need to tap it like that. Also need to check the signal. Yep, we're good. There's 100 coming up. So I'll just set the blue marker to 100. And then do I need to turn on... Is it the IFB? Or the cruise control / speed set thing, the IFB thing, you know what I mean. Do I need to turn that on, or is that an automatic thing? Tell you what, I'll reduce it slightly to 90, and then I'll try to exceed that speed limit and see if it lets me. Well, let's have a look. Okay, that's just a repeater. Okay, we're good. And no, it doesn't let me, which means that the speed set thingy, I don't know what the specific term, in the technical term for this train is, but it is already on, which is good. No in-cab lighting with the button. Let's save. Okay, but it is already on and functioning, so that's good. A little switcher, shunter, maple leafer. With a single tanker. You could say that was a tank engine. Okay, we've got another clear. Distant, yeah, I mean, yeah. And yes, I do deliberately have the lights off because 1, performance, and 2, during the day from inside the cab, it looks more realistic, I find, to not have everything outside illuminated anyway. That feels like that curve should have a little bit more super elevation than it does. Interesting. Would it not be in kilometers an hour in Germany? Oh, it is. It is. It was just 80 kilometers an hour, which just so happens to be 50 miles per hour. A lovely grassy platform. Oh, I need to increase this to 160, which is 100 miles per hour. Well, yeah, 100 miles per hour. They're usually like YC for AFB. I've no idea what it's called. Yep, that's right. And those are the keys that I just tried, and that's how it works. It's just in this train you can't spam it. You've got to tap it, then wait for the little blue dot to move, and then tap it again, and then wait for it to move, and then tap it again. You can't spam press it like with other trains. Think affirmative. So how's everyone doing this evening? Well, I had a really fun game of D&D, GM'd by Jamie, also known as Emichu. And yeah, that was fun. They improved the pacing quite a bit, which was good. And yeah. Also, like I said before, I recorded part of the new the D&D game thing with the behind the scenes where I'm preparing. I recorded part of the world building. Hello. So that was good, and I was outside for a little bit, which was also nice. Jamie as a game master? That's twice the cheating. Well, yeah, but in the rules, in the rule book, it says that, and I'm paraphrasing here, but it says that you don't have to follow all the rules. As long as the table agrees, or technically as long as the game master says so, you can choose to change, use, or not use the rules however you like. And that's in the rules. Oh, I like that these have a different sound if you're riding in them. I think that might be a little quiet again. Hold on. Let me increase that to like 85-ish%. Yeah, that sounds great. And in front it sounds like you're in an airplane. Sounds lovely. Cheating is in the rules? Well, yes. The rules do tell you that you don't have to necessarily follow the rules. Wait, the table is sentient too? Of course it is. It was D&D. Everything's sentient in D&D, didn't you know? Yes. Gosh, I can't keep up with this. Table was a mimic all along. Run! Table's cut us off on all four legs. Yeah. Okay, that signal's good. Yeah, in I think 2020 or so, or 2021, I did consider making a German map, like a modern German trains route, with, like, I was planning to make it all interconnected, like a network, but mostly with freight and stuff like that as well. And to have like a high speed, like maybe like a high speed triangle going through it or something like that. No, not Pittsburgh Bahn Plus, no. And I did make a little route, like only like one baseboard, just to test out some assets. and I found that the only signals that would work for me on Mac were the Habi signals. Is that what they were called? The old ones. The old ones from, I believe, East Germany, although I could be mistaken. Oh, that's lovely, the little houses there with a curve. Anyway, only the old signals, which are a bit more complicated than I would necessarily like. There are the modern signal system in trains, but at the time those didn't work on my version of the game for some reason. It was just scripting errors. I don't know if they work now that I've updated, but that is pretty much the main reason why I have not made that route. And now, of course, with the planning of the British Third Rail interconnected network route, I get to make a interconnected network route after all, which is quite nice. Hope you like the views. Although this is quite a cozy cab. Although I would prefer it if I had a chair, I must say. No, look, there really legitimately is no chair in there. You do just stand. If you look in there. Not sure if you can see that properly. Oh no, look, no! There is a chair. I can see it behind the guy. There is a chair in there. It's just on the inside the chair is gone. Also, there's a 60 coming up, so I'm going to start decreasing the RFB or speed set or whatever it is. Let's decrease it down to about 100. That should decelerate. As you can see, that we've got the Bremse, the brake, which is beginning to slow us down. Although I have my doubts whether it will actually slow us down in time. No, it's not really. I'm going to start braking manually in that case. Yeah, that seems much more effective than what the automatic system was doing. Also, I didn't look at the signals. Little restrictive 40 kilometers per hour. Are you sure it's not a restrictive 60 kilometers per hour? Because that's the speed limit that's coming up on the bottom. Does that say F? I have no idea what that means. Oh, it is 40. You were right. I completely missed that signal. Yeah, I did completely miss it. You were right. It's okay. It's my first time driving this train. Or Japan? That was the former. Interesting how the wipers have kink in them. Yikes, no chair? Did they just model that? There is one. That looked like a restrictive 40, yeah. Previous looked green yellow. Yeah, you were right. There's Ingelheim. Heim, of course, meaning home or place of. By the way, this is the map view. You can see it is quite a sizable route. I know we can technically go up to 60 here, but there is a station we have to stop at, so probably a good idea to stop at that station. Also, are there specific markers on the platform where I should stop depending on how long my train is, like there are in the UK? Or is it just stop at the end of the platform, or... Wheel slip? Interesting. Or is it just stop anywhere? Oh, it's probably the H in the middle. Ah, that's probably what it is. Yeah, the H is probably the halt sign. I'm used to looking on the platform, but I suppose, yeah, those are roughly the length that should be looking for. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that's an alright stop, I think. All the doors are open, the train sneezes, that's good. So, right, if it was 60, it should have a yellow 6 under the distant indication, and a white 6 above the main signal where it applies. Okay. I see. Yeah, I was looking at the numbers down here, my deceleration, because the automated system pretty much wasn't decelerating me much at all, even though this was indicating brake percentage. And so I just completely missed the signal. Does the cab have cab lights? Not with a button, but there is... yeah, cab light switch. There you go, it does have them. It's the H boards. Ah, so it is the H boards, I see. They stand for aha. Cough and sneezes. Spreads diseases. You had a cough in your smoke box yesterday. It's your fault the disease all came. Haha, I do remember that, yeah. Can I switch this over? Oh, I can turn it off if I want to. Durchsage. Yes, please. Durchsage. Oh, that's the parking brake. Interesting. The Vipers... Is that the... That's the horn. Lovely. Engine start, nope. And that's pantograph. Oh, it does have PZB. Its PZB is just not enabled currently, luckily. Emergency brake. Ah, it sounds like we're about ready to go. Light switch for meters. Interesting. Okay, well, let's get going. Let's floor it. This thing should have anti-wheel slip, automatic anti-wheel slip devices, yes? Fun fact, I actually saw a car today with PZB on its reg plate. Nice. Also, buses on the left. I do like how much of a good view you get out of this seat. Oh, and the speed limit went up to 160, so I'm just gonna increase that. And again, I missed that signal because I was zoomed in. I'm used to the AWS and British trains telling me, bing! So, oh, right, look at the signal. Or, in which is, quickly press the button and then look at what's going wrong. Ah, yes, the good old German crossing sound. The bing, bing, bing. Okay, it's going down to 150, so I'm already gonna decrease that preemptively. I hope that that signal on the right isn't for me. Let's save, just in case. There's quite a nice little station here in the Altstadt, by the looks of things. Got a clear signal. I do like this map, even though I can't see it very well. Or maybe because I can't see it very well. But no, I do like the map. Right, and those were the... What does the white board with a black cross underneath it mean on the signal repeater? Like on the distant signal? There was a vertical white board underneath it with a black cross on it. Okay, that was the speed sign for 16, which is 160 kilometers an hour. So let's increase that back up. But yeah, I'm glad to hear about the RPG game going well. Well, about your own D&D plans and about the MVR progressing nicely. Yeah. I'm glad that you're glad to hear all the good news I've told you. There we go, that board that was just there on that one. Does that just indicate that it's only a distant signal, like a repeater? Is that all that indicates? Yeah, the German system is very passive. PZB will just punish you for missing it. Well, first it'll shout at you and then punish you. I think. But yeah, I am vaguely familiar with how PZB works with the magnets and all of that. And I say vaguely quite broadly. There we go. Look at that sign down there, the white with the cross. Surely that must mean that it's just that it's a distant. Luckily, PZB seems to be off in this train. Otherwise, I would not be able to drive this well. this well. Without the train constantly going into emergency for not adhering to the speed restrictions that PZB would impose. German crossing sound is actually quite similar to the Japanese one, only at a slightly lower pitch. Okay, that all looks good. Not sure, but black sign with a plus sign means you're entering Cornwall. I think that is used to mark distance, possible PZB acknowledgement, which are different from repeaters. Ah. Okay, that makes sense. Also, it's going down to 100 soon, so as that lovely train over there passes, I'm going to reduce this and see if the automated system can reduce our speed quickly enough. Because, like, looking at that, how slowly our speed is ticking down, I mean, that's barely better than just coasting, I think. Yeah, like we won't be able to slow down enough for that 100. Also, there's Bingen. Yeah, like if I manually go into 0 and then start braking, if I put it to that same level-ish, does feel like I'm... Yeah. I do think for the braking, at the moment at least, as a novice train driver in this train, I do prefer manual braking. Also, I do appreciate the sleepers on this track are actually 2D, because that's probably the only reason why I can run this route at a... well, one of the reasons why I can run this route at a reasonable frame rate at all. Okay, and then it'll go down to 90, and then back to upper 100, but the thing is, there's Bingen, Hauptbahnhof, so we don't really have to worry about that 90. We've got to worry about the effective 0, which is at the end of the platform. Wait, it went down to 90 at the signal already? Ah, I might have missed some boards informing me of that. Because, yeah, it went down... I see. Even though the actual track speed limit sign is there, it already went down to 90 at the signal. Interesting. But yeah, this is quite a nice route. It gets quite hilly back there, and I mean, if we continued back along that way, it would get quite hilly as we're going along the big river. I forget which one it is. Is it the... oh, I don't know. It's one of the German rivers. I think... is it the... it's not the Rhine. Is it the Main? Or I don't know. Might be one of those. Oh, and we're early. Lovely. A rare thing for German trains. Also, I'm just gonna stop here. I didn't see the H markers. But it feels like driving the wheel slip. It feels like driving this far forward when the actual exit points, like the underpasses, are all the way back here, isn't such a good thing, because then you've got to walk so far. But yeah, this is lovely. Not a great picture, but it'll do. However, everything I've written could be wrong. I'm neither German nor a train driver. Yeah, of course. Thank you for pointing that out, though. Not everybody does so. Same here. Well, about the train driver bit. Mine? As it's Frankfurt am Main? Probably. I wish they would modify the HUD to show signal enforced limits. One of the biggest complaints about German routes is unmarked speed limits, and the reason is usually signals. Yeah, like... well done. The passengers will have to make other arrangements to carry on with their journey. You can take a well-earned rest. Sure. Also, we're very close to midnight now. I do realize that if you add the two lengths together, it doesn't quite add up to 1 hour, but the game slows down with lag. So, yeah. I got 743 points. Bronze. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense, especially for a German route. But yeah, that was fun. let's have a quick look at the next one. Yeah, this one's got more sessions attached to it. Interesting things. Right, so so next time we'll likely do one of these ones. Hopefully one where we'll actually get to go along the hilly bit of the route. But yeah, I can definitely see that if you're used to the HUD at the bottom showing you when speed restrictions come into place from other routes like UK routes where it's pretty much only track speeds, then being thrown into a situation where you can't rely on that and you don't know why, and you're not told why, could be frustrating. Like if it just had a little pop-up that said, in this route, signal speed restrictions are not indicated on the HUD. And then you've got to acknowledge that, or maybe don't show this message again or something. That would be good. And to me, that doesn't seem like an awful lot of work to do. But they haven't. So, but yeah, Frankfurt Koblenz seems like quite a good route. I look forward to exploring it more. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yep, is this it? Might be that. Right, so while this is closing, thank you all very much for watching. It feels weird doing only hour-long streams, but yeah, thanks for coming. I'll bust through, and Kango and Code Monkey and everybody else who's watching the archive and everything. So yeah, see you in a bit. For Minecraft in 20 hours. Thanks. Good night, all. Good night. Bye-bye. Happy Monday, indeed. Bye-bye.